Hey guys, how's it going? My name is always and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we were working on trying to upgrade our Void Ore Miner and did a little bit of work with, advanced rocketry. And today, we're going to continue a little bit of that stuff. So, we are out of RF, by the way. Pretty much everything is being drained right here. To make a bunch of redstonia crystals or empowered redstonia, and so we're gonna have to wait on that for a little bit. As you can see, I'm not super fast. I'm actually wearing my hazmat suit because I have a ton of uranium on my person. Also working a little bit with IC2 stuff, and yeah, hopefully going to be getting into some fun stuff today. So one of the big things that we're kind of running into the issue of is Chrome takes forever to get. It takes just a long time to get a lot of Chrome, which is a pain because we need a lot of it. Currently we need a half a stack just to make the precision assembler. Now I believe most of the other stuff is pretty straightforward to make, but it's still kind of a pain. So actually, I wonder, how bad would it be to upgrade the solar panel to a tier 2? That's diamantine crystals, palace crystals, and a ton of capacitors. That's usually the big problem, is we need a lot of solar cells in order to upgrade this stuff. We go from 16 to, no, we go from 9 to 25, so we need 16 more. The structure blocks are also turning out to be a little bit of a problem. So in order to upgrade this guy to a tier 3, we're going to need 56, I believe. Yes, 56 tier 3 structure blocks. Not that unreasonable, right? Well, it's going to require a little over 200 vibrant alloy. So we need a lot of ender pearls, and so ender pearls are going to be what we work on today. I've kind of laid out over here where the mine is going to be, which, by the way, it's Christmas. As of recording this, Christmas tomorrow for me. So all the chests are holiday themed. I have a Santa's hat on. All of the Ender IO stuff is Christmas themed, or at least I think it's a lot of foreign languages that I don't really know how to pronounce or anything. I'll show you guys what I mean by that. I never knew about this little, I guess, Easter egg. But yeah, it switches every once in a while. I'm not entirely 100% sure what it says, but there's a lot of there's a lot of languages that I don't even recognize. But yeah, vibrant alloy we're gonna need a lot of, and while we have this, I want to make this guy real quick. So we're going to need solarium, we're going to need gold. Do we not have any more sand? I think we have a little bit elsewhere. What else do we need for the Z-Logic controller? We need redstone and silicon. Redstone, silicon, and of course the most important thing, a zombie skull. Alright, so we do have some soul sand. We need to make a Z-Logic controller. So something that I've kind of neglected to fix, and I'm sort of regretting it at this point, is our IC2 setup. We are going to be revamping that very soon. I might do some of it off camera, I might do some of it on camera. I don't know yet. Honestly, it'll probably be a little bit of a mixture, just because it's a lot of planning and whatnot. But the basic gist is we're going to get a counting filter. Do I not have any quartz? Wow. Best way to deal with this, that gives us 3, gives us 2 and some dust. That I think is going to be a little bit better. Just take a little bit of it out. But basically, what is going to happen is we need to make more reactors. We need to get a lot more power over there, just so things can kind of work and do what they need to. So we're going to get a counting filter. Now this is super duper important. The counting filter is going to allow us to make things a little bit easier on ourselves. So if we see this drawer is empty, we're going to go downstairs, and because of I don't know what it is, to be honest, about these stone crafters, but they are super duper finicky. So what we're going to do, hopefully I fixed, so that one is what we're going to fix. No, this is not fixed yet. Alright, so we're going to fix this guy. We're going to need to grab a tiny pile. And, you know what? I realize we can do this from the other side. So there is a filter right here that has uranium and all that. We're going to switch it with a counting filter. And we're just going to kind of like, no, okay, we're just going to click it. It doesn't really matter too much. Sticky mode, ignore damage, match. Yeah, so that should be fine. So that way, if we take all of this out, we put a stack in, we take this all back upstairs, what we'll see is that there should only be a stack of the uranium-238 allowed into that crafter. So none of that is moving, but the other one did. That's because there can be up to, I think I put a half a stack or whatever I put. Doesn't actually matter. We have a good bit of stuff. I cleaned out the plutonium, so we're gonna eventually make more of these guys. But that was the big thing to do, just so that we could put our armor back on and have a little bit of the speed and whatnot. So with that taken care of, let's get into kind of what I want to work on today. And we're going to work on stuff that's going to be no power involved, really. Because, well, I don't want to have to deal with that. So what we're going to work on mostly is we're going to need all this basalt. We're going to need our chisel, which I think is in here. And we're going to need to head over here. So we're going to revamp the mob spawner. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to send it this direction for a good ways. I do like the birch tree, so we'll probably stick with that at least a little bit. But we need to... There's a bunch of stuff in here, that's fine. But we need to... We're going to be making like 4 or 5 different spawners. And honestly, we can make them multi-leveled, but we have to do them all in the same... we're going to have to do them kind of differently than we currently are. So first things first, you know what, let's actually, because this is going to steal everything ever, let's break the hopper, and we're going to just kind of destroy this place. So let's get our diamonds, and eventually we can speed things up and whatnot. But we're going to kind of make a little bit better of a mob farm. We're going to want like a couple more things spawning. Eventually we're going to want to kill withers, but we're going to want like cursed earth. We're going to want so we're going to want a cursed earth area where we're going to want a enderman, a blaze, and a wither skeleton area. We can enchant these spikes, so that might be something we want to do. And yeah, so dark glass. Are we getting that? No. That's okay. We'll make more. Alright, so F7. Let's just light up this area. and then we will we'll deal with things from there. We are going to want to basically break this stuff down. And make sure that we can have the lights and whatnot. Alright, so let's just drop down like so. Okay, because I still want to have like a control center, and that's what this is going to be. So we're going to break all of this, including the torch, the ender tether. That's going to be important to use as well. So I made all of this stuff to try to make it darker. You know, I realize we probably should bring it back into stone, but it doesn't really matter. I'm probably going to delete a lot of it anyways. So as you can see, we have a lot of the basalt. We have some dark glass. We have plenty of vector plates. We can always speed those up and whatnot. So let's head up here, grab everything that's up here. Okay. So this is going to be like the control area. And how many blocks is it inside? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so let's kind of plot out some of this stuff. So we want weathered bricks. I like how those look, so that's what we're going to do. We can turn F7 off for now. So we're going to want basically 4 standard spawners. So we're going to do a dual floor thing as... Yeah, I think we're going to do a dual floor thing. But let's figure out kind of how we want this. So we can do... I have a good idea. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is 13 wide. Let's keep with this line. And we're going to just... we're probably going to do like 3 blocks here. And then this will be the first chamber. So it needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 interior. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so that is the first one. And then we're gonna have some stuff going on in here. So you'll see what I mean soon enough. And then we're gonna want, let's see, 1, 2, 3. We're gonna want like something like this. So we can have a little bit of space to walk. Cool. That should be better. So we're gonna have to get rid of a lot of these blocks. And one other thing that we're gonna want to do is this will be 2 floors, but that's a little bit less of a concern. This first building will not be though, so we can go ahead and take the roof off of it, and we'll make the roof better later. I'm not very good at roofs, I'll be honest, but I try. So just gonna get all of this stuff broken down. and get plenty of blocks. Can we put things we don't need in there? Like flowers and whatnot. Alright. So we're just going to kind of deconstruct this building a little bit. It's going to be basically in the same spot and everything, but we're gonna make some major changes to it. So one of the big things that we're going to want to do, and this is what's going to be kind of a pain, we want to run wires all over the place. Eventually we will probably run like a storage bus or something. Let's go ahead and destroy the roof for now. Just because I don't know what I want it to be. So we'll get rid of all of this stuff. And we'll just have like an empty little frame. Alright, let's put a bunch of these back. Alright, so just finish deconstructing this. Now, because there is going to be an upstairs, we probably will put some of an upstairs back on this, but probably mostly just like a small little thing, so that we can get to where we want to be. Anyways, let's put those away. And like this guy is going to be on this wall because that makes the most sense, which is why I left a little bit of space here. This is going to be a maintenance area, and then this will be a solid wall, and then we're going to have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So right here is where stuff is going to be at. And then we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then at the end of this hallway is where we'll probably end up having the automatic wither killer once we get to that point. So again, we'll break that. And right here is going to be where we collect everything and all that fun stuff. So you know what? Let's actually... Do we want to give... How much room do we want to give ourselves? Like one block? So let's go 1 block over. And that should be enough space. Because what we're going to do is we're going to have the spikes here. And then we'll have the chest and the ender hopper and all that kind of stuff here as well. And then we'll run basically wires right underneath here. So we're going to do one of these until we hit that. Alright, and then we can break one of these guys and we'll get out in a second. And we'll just clean all this up. Alright, cool. So this is just going to be kind of some wiring and whatnot. We don't really need to have much, but enough. And that should work. So for right now, just do this. And we have control panels over there. We might have that stuff here. I think right here in this corner is where we'll have a little bit of a just a little bit of a basement, and we'll have this whole area be a little bit of a basement, because a lot of our buildings have basements, and then we can always hook this up to the main area, just so we can, you know, travel wherever we want and whatnot. So we're gonna need some ladders. Let's just pillar out for now. We'll go grab some ladders and we'll fix this up. So all in all, like, this should be a much better system. It should be more efficient. At least that's the hope. And we only really need to worry about the ender tether for the dark room and then the Enderman Spawner itself. So that's nice. Alright, let's just do that. And we'll make, you know, trapdoors and all that kind of fun stuff later. So these two can go back. Let's go ahead and make sure that there is no darkness down here. And we'll make sure the basement's there once we have, like, we go here, then we just go straight across until, like, something like here. And then we can just light that up, pillar up, and why can't I hit that? There we go. Block that up. Cool. So we can honestly go ahead and do that. Uh-oh. Well, that's okay. We'll eventually, like, make that look nicer, but we can clear this whole thing out if we wanted to. And we will do that eventually. So, first things first, I think we're going to have Enderman here. So what we're going to want, let's go ahead and, I have all of the upgrades in here. Let's take that out for a second. We can put this guy in here. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is break all of that. This entire little area. And we're going to want to put a redstone conduit like right here. And we're gonna run into the same problem as we did before a little bit with the conduit facades, but that's mostly just to kind of keep track of where the center of the room is. Not really gonna be the final spot for that. We're gonna try some other things, but we're gonna want to take our basalt, and for this floor, we're gonna want to do just this. So all of these different areas are going to be slightly different. We're going to put the Cursed Earth Mob Farm probably right above this one, just because that makes sense with the Ender Tether and whatnot, but everything's going to go to the center. It's going to go this way. And then we'll have a nice viewing area here, which we'll change the ceiling out and all that kind of stuff. and whatnot. So just go ahead and do this now, so we don't have to do that later. But this should be fairly nice. And we can just, you know, put this here. Let's drop down. I'll probably do the floors from underneath for a lot of these. But what we can do is just run this like so. Push the cow off. And we're going to want to go up. Let's see, we're going to want 1, 2, 3. I think 5. And then we'll go over. So something like that. Now, this is going to be the control room. We're going to have pipes going all over the place and whatnot. This will just kind of be maintenance for some of the stuff. But then we can just build this across like so. And I think that'll be fine. We'll kind of see later if that is enough for the lights to still maintain. Now obviously it is going to be taller than this. Which is why we're going to want to have a staircase. And we'll do that another time, to be honest. So I don't really plan on having this completely like 100% made. But we're going to get it like decently there. So let's open this up. We can put these guys in here and grab some more basalt. And what we'll end up doing is probably, you know, for the time being, we still have some ladders. We do. We're going to put some ladders just on the side of here. So that we can get up here and do work with the lights. So we're just going to put this all together like so. And then we'll bust out the holes for the lights. And hopefully get most of this taken care of today. But like I said, I'll build the rest of it. It'll be kind of identical. There will be a little bit of a gap between layers. Mostly just for the cables. I want to avoid using facades if I can. But you kind of get the idea with that. So 1, 2. Let's do something like this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then this 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so if that's the dead center, we'll probably want to put one here. I'm going to need more lamps. We're going to put one there. We're going to put one there. There. There, and here. And then we can probably start closing things off a little bit and start building this up. So once we get the Enderman one done, it's just going to be a pretty quick thing to make the blaze and ultimately even the cursed earth. Do we have a drop of... We do not have a drop of evil, but that's okay because we're going to need to go get another spawner for wither skeletons. So what was it we needed over here? We're gonna need redstone lamp. So glowstone, redstone. There we go. Cool. So we're only going to really worry about the one today. Now, there is a chance that the disturbed spawners might not like what I did with the whole, breaking them. But if that's the case, oh well. Anyways, so we have our 5th lamp. Now, this is going to be a pretty big control room. We're going to have... Let's see. Let's go ahead and build this up just a little bit. Alright, so we're going to need 2 levers for each. So let's see, we have 6 more cobblestone. We're gonna need 1, 2. We're gonna need 2 levers for each except for 1. So we need 2, 4, 6, 7. So we need 4 more levers. That's actually really convenient. Or it would be if we could get a single little bit of wood. Actually, don't I have logs in there. Okay. So we can do something like that. We get the levers that we're going to need. So first things first, we're going to need 1, 2. Actually, that will work pretty good. And then we could, let's see, I guess we'll have to move these though, because while that was nice and symmetrical, if we want to turn the normal mob farm off, which I think we're going to want to, we're going to want to have to do something like that, but we can't do that either, so we'll find someplace else for the mob farm itself, like the standard mobs. But this should be good. So put that in there. We're gonna want redstone conduit. And here's the cool thing: we can actually go through like this to get more out of all this stuff. For the floors and whatnot, so kind of cool. Now, Endermen are black, so we're going to do strong signal, black, strong signal, black. Do that to all of these. And then what we can do is run this down here. We'll have Enderman Spawner, Enderman Lights. No, not like that. Enderman Lights. And we can actually do something really cool with this, which we'll have to replace those blocks. And what we can do is actually make it so that there's a lamp here that goes on and off depending on what we're doing. So we need to go here. We're gonna need a wrench. Not like that. Not like that. It is shift left click. North, in out, strong signal, black. Then we'll figure out a different color for that. But those are going to go somewhere else. And this will connect here to do the lights for multiple things. So theoretically, we flick this switch. the lights come on, and now it is not enough. Okay, so that's okay. We'll deal with that in a moment. So we're gonna need more. Gonna need more lights here, 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 and here. So let's go get more glowstone lamps, and we can fix this pretty easily. I want the entire room to be bright, and then we're also gonna need more dark glass, which I don't know if we can do that easily. Glowstone. So we want 5 of these for right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're probably going to want some more conduits. Cool. So with this, we can... I might just do this for the lights, not for the spawners. But we might do it for both. But at least for now... And they won't quasi-connect. That's good. In other words, it won't connect like from side to side. So this will then go here, 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 and here. We'll get this to be red, strong signal. Or rather black, strong signal. And then we can flick that. We shouldn't have any darkness. Nope, not at all. Cool. So then we can close this side up. And the next thing to worry about, other than getting more blocks, is we can start looking at getting into the... I guess let's go ahead and do the collector. Now, the collector will grab things in a decent range. We'll want to do something like this. And that will be for the dark glass. So the ender hopper, let's go ahead and eventually we'll delete the bows because I don't really have any use for them. That is the blaze, so we want this one. And then we can also grab that out. That can go back. Those can go back. And we can just kind of get rid of a lot of this stuff. So that we can get to the chest, which is what we really want. Alright, so with that taken care of, what we're going to do now is we're going to prepare for the controller. And we'll have filters and all that kind of stuff later, but the controller is going to go basically right here, right over here, but we're going to have the ender hopper. That looks a lot closer than it actually is. We're going to have the ender hopper like right here. We're going to need to grab the... let's see, what are we going to need? We're going to need to grab... So if it goes up higher, we put it like here. its range actually changes. Okay, and that's perfect. So we're gonna run item conduits down like so. Direct always active. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna have 2 spikes in this room. And hopefully we can get this dark enough that it will be perfect. So let's go ahead and put Revamp Spawner there. Redstone on, redstone off. So I think that's what we want. No, for now we're going to do redstone on. We'll get this kind of taken care of. We're going to want to do 2 spikes there. We're going to need more diamond spikes at some point to do all this, but for now this will be fine. And then we're going to put a diamond spike on top of him so the Enderman can't, you know, do anything. We're going to put the ender tether right here. That should be fine. And then this is going to go down here. And we're going to see if we can do some things. So we're going to need more. First of all, we're going to need this. We're going to up strong signal. Is there a gray? Yes, gray. I think that'll be perfect. And we want that to be in out. And hopefully that will connect. We need a little bit more redstone conduit. So let's go get that. And we're also going to need dark glass. Times like a good bit. But we have a little bit on us, so we can look at what it's going to cost and all that kind of stuff to make. So let's try to get all this stuff taken care of. And then after that, we are, you know what, we should probably go check on all this stuff over here. Did my little system, my system works there. We've got 63. Just put those in there. That'll be the final bit of dense iron plates that we need for the reactor. So that's good. But we want to make dark glass. It's thickened glass with ink or black or lotuses, or black lotuses. Now I wonder, can we bone meal these? Let's try. No. Alright, next question. Can we put them in here? No. Okay. So I guess final question is, they don't really get better depending on what we use them for, so there's a bit of all of that. Cool. Hopefully this is enough. Right, we need the redstone conduit as well. I almost forgot. So redstone conduit. Just get 16 for now. Like I said, I can. Most of the rest of the this area is going to be fairly similar. So here is the question. One, we're going to have to connect these up. I'll do that in a second. We're going to need to get the vector plates placed. So just do something like this. And do that over here as well. If you're shifting, you don't actually get moved by them, so that's nice. And we can just place all these guys down. We'll eventually probably want more vector plates. We might want the faster ones. Who knows? But for right now, this should be fine. And vector plates are done. Now we can get the dark glass. 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're just going to barely have enough. And the reason why we're doing this is these are going to be viewing windows. We're going to have a hallway here and a hallway, so something like this. This is temporary until I build the staircase, which is probably going to be over in this corner. But we should be able to turn the lights off. It's completely dark in there. And if we turn the Ender Spawner on, will it actually spawn? This is redstone. Redstone on. So we'll see what happens. But that should start spawning any time now. We should see some Endermen in there, presumably. Now the other option is we run a cable a little bit more. We'd run the cable a little bit more directly into it, and then facade it. Facades don't block all the light though, so we'll have to be careful with that. But you know, it's not actually connected. That might be the first thing we want to try. And we even put... Nope, didn't even connect this. It's north, strong signal. Gray. Right, we've got to do the other part of in out. And it immediately spawned. We get the ender pearls? No. Now these are also going to be fairly slow, which is okay for now. But the last thing we can check is presumably if we get another one to spawn. Kind of stand here for a moment. So there's a bunch that just spawned. They can't teleport away. And we're not getting any of the drops, which is a little bit of a concern. But they're spawning, so let's turn that off and see if they stop spawning. So presumably this is going to work. And this is going to be the design we're going to copy here for the blazes and up above for wither skeletons, as well as just a normal mob farm. So hopefully everything works. We do have ender pearls. We just need to run this back over here, set up all of the drawers and whatnot, and that should be that. So I think that's where we're going to go ahead and end this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and next time hopefully we'll have enough chrome to do some fun stuff with. Otherwise, I'm going to work on getting enough vibrant alloy. Hard to tell what we're going to end up doing. We might even start working with IC2 and trying to upgrade that a bit, just to make things a little bit nicer for ourselves. But we'll figure something out. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!